Hello YouTube, welcome back. I don't have a cuddly little kitty to spice up my video, but my son does have this betta fish, and there's a lot less chance of this critter touching any of these coins. Anyway, I wanted to update everybody on my sovereign shopping spree over the last couple of weeks. I showed you this 1925 random year sovereign that I had picked up from APMEX 2 weeks ago. And in that video, I said there was a 2017 on the way, and it had arrived. So here it is. This is a BU version of the 2017 Sovereign. This is the 200th anniversary. You can tell by the special mint mark down here on the bottom. And this is the BU version. So I was also tempted to buy a proof version as well. Those have been sold out at the mint quite a while ago, and they're pretty expensive on the secondary market. But it does look a little bit different than this. The proof version has the year 2017 on the obverse here, and the reverse here has a design around the rim. So maybe I'll look at picking up a half sovereign, which is not that much smaller than this. This is 22 millimeters. The half sovereign is only about 19 millimeters. And from what I understand, the mintage for that is a lot less than the full sovereign. Full sovereign has a 10,200 mintage, and the half sovereign is only 2,500. So maybe I'll go look at picking that up. So, as I said in my last video, I would like to collect the sovereigns with all the different monarchs, and here are some more that I picked up. First, unboxing of one of the two that had just arrived. Let's move this one aside for now, and let's open this one up. I'll take this back here so that I hide the shipping label. So this one is one of the oldest ones that I have. It is a 1892 sovereign that has Queen Victoria on it. So here it is, 1892. The reverse with St. George slaying the dragon is the same. And here is Queen Victoria with the second effigy. There are three effigies of Queen Victoria. This is the second one. There's a younger version and the old version. The younger version I don't have yet, but this is Victoria number 2. And here is Victoria number 3. Picked this up last week. Like I said, I was sovereign crazy over the last couple of weeks. There were a few good deals that I found over on eBay because they had 10% eBay bucks associated with each of these purchases, and luckily this is in the category that earned eBay bucks. So this is a 1898, and my two Victorias. Now, after the Queen passed, the next monarch on the sovereign was her son, Edward VII. But I don't have any of those yet. But I'm keeping my eye out for one. And here's a little history of the British royal family that I picked up while researching the sovereigns. Some of it I had already known, but stitching together the sovereign's timeline with what I already knew makes this hobby so much more fun. And apologies in advance to my British viewers if some of my facts are off, but I hope I get most of it right. So after Edward VII, his son, King George V, was the next monarch. And this is George V. His first year on the sovereign was 1911. And this one here is a 1911. This is a 1911, and the George sovereigns were minted between 1911 and 1917, and then it picked up again in 1925. So King George V had two sons that succeeded him. The first one was Edward VIII, who famously abdicated due to his love for a divorced American, Wallis Simpson. He was succeeded by his brother, King George VI, whose speech impediment was made into a movie called The King's Speech. And for those who had seen the movie, you would have seen that his daughter is the current queen, Elizabeth II. So there were no sovereigns made for either Edward VIII or George VI, and Queen Elizabeth was the next one on the sovereign. So there were 4 images for Queen Elizabeth on a sovereign, and I'm still looking for the first and second one, and I believe the third image was only on sovereigns during the year in which the mint produced only proof coins. So here is an unboxing for my next sovereign. And this one is a 1987. And from what I understand, 1987 was a year in which only proof coins were made, but this was advertised as non-proof. So let's see what it looks like. So usually proof coins come with a COA and a box and a capsule, but this one didn't. So let's check it out. 1987. St. George. And on the reverse, or obverse, is Queen Elizabeth. And I believe this is the third effigy of the Queen. You see the crown is a little bit open there, so I think that's how I distinguish this one from the second and the fourth image. So you'll notice there's some toning around the edges right here. And I was debating whether I would give it a baking soda aluminum foil bath to clean the coin like I did with my other ones with spots on it. But not sure whether I want to do that. What are your thoughts, everybody? Should I put it in a bath and clean this up, or just leave it as is? But regardless, I'll put this into a capsule, and oops, the other ones I'll just leave outside. Actually, I'll put the 27, this current year one in a capsule as well, because it's very proof-like. Okay. And that is it for now. Here are all my sovereigns. And looking forward to continuing on and picking up some more. I'd like to thank everybody for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.